for wide range, for 35mm, in order to have more dynamic for the end of the screening. So for film screening, it was a different approach with this different system. And we made some refocus or defocus on 35mm, for example. And we have to match at the end to see the way the harmonization of that. So I've been working a lot for projects where I have to harmonize different types of cameras. So for certain sequences of the film, we use animatronics because, of course, we're not going to kill any sharks and to cut, because you know that a lot of countries are cutting shark tails for, so we create animatronics for this sequence, which is pretty well interesting done, well done. So nobody saw the trick. When we were, for example, I was not allowed to explain what I did in the tank during 3 years. Same for that, because they didn't want to explain that we use animatronics. So we need a kind of animal which help, because we're close to Marseille, and in Marseille there is no orca, there is no big jellyfish. So we need to have a kind of animal to help us to understand. You see the different gamma curves, for example. So we show that even to the 35mm people to understand the problem of what we're facing. So the way the sharks move its tails has been decided many months before, and we made simulation in Australia in a special company who designed the way to move in a more realistic way all the animals. So of course we're not going to kill any shark, but the end of the film is very touching. For your understanding, the Disney version is without this part. Okay, so Disney was co-producer, but he's made his own special editing. So in a way it seems more sharp.
Yeah, I can see it.
And you see that it's a very bad quality because it's not so contrast. But you see on Veronica, it seems to be sharper. In fact, the lack of grain give a feeling of that. But you shouldn't look at this. You should look, in fact, at the sky. So it's a trap. So when you're looking at an image, think about the whole perception of the audience. The audience will look at this, but on a large screen, after a while, they will look at the whole image. So in the film, we use the degrain systems. With degrain, without, you see? So with degrain, it gives a kind of sharpness, which is missing due to the weather and the fact that the camera was far away. So you have this feeling with a very close shot, without degrain and with degrain, you see? And this is a track with the crab, how it has been done, and you will understand how we can do. This is a workflow. Okay. I have analyzed. I'm working for a foundation, a Swiss foundation, and we analyze workflow. We have analyzed 15 or 20 workflows, and I have analyzed step by step.
This is all the data that you have to use for the movie.
So this is something which is really hard to understand in a while, but in fact, this gives a lot of information. But what is more interesting, and that's what I give you during the, I will only give you a similar and more interesting workflow. During the workshop I'm giving the information for the workflows, where you can find all different, for example, for 5-6 films, the way it has been done in terms of camera choices, post-production choices, and whatever. So you will have a lot of information to see. And this is on the website, okay? Because I share generally everything I do.
Workshop not with the school, out of the school, right?
Workshop, Creative Triangle.
Okay, I'm with you in this workshop.
I'm not in that workshop.
But ask the people where you...
I am in Creative Triangle.
I will give him a lot of files, a lot of data. And
I took it. It's for cinematographers.
It's the longest part of my work to have this kind of shot. Okay, so it means a track back. And this is Jonas Control Center, and we designed with odor and bubbles diffusion to attract the animals, to control the monitors, the iris. So I designed this during 1 month with engineers, and the grid designed a system to use and to throw the Jonas in the water. So we have a holding system designed by using, in fact, the system of airplane in case of landing in the water. So everything was made with cheap systems, okay? It was not, even if it looks a high-end system, every time it was in order to fit with the economical constraints. So we have the possibility to use a podcast to make the side shots, okay? Or you can make, we start with a wood system, and after we want to a system a little bit more side position with tubes, and we have the possibility to make this kind of shots.